Hi everyone, welcome back to WHU TV. My name is John, your host as always, and I hope you're all doing well as I always do under these very difficult circumstances of the lockdown. This is the preview of Spurs away at the Lane at kick-off at 8:15 on Tuesday night on live at Sky Sports. We will be doing an 8 o'clock watch along with, so come along guys and watch that. Thank you to everybody that joined in for the Wolves game. I'm sorry it wasn't the best of games to talk about, but that's West Ham, unfortunately. It's nice to get some new subscribers to the channel as well, so welcome to all of you that have signed up recently. Your support is very, very much appreciated. Now, this video, as always, is sponsored by the channel sponsor 3retro.com. Barmies, please do click the link in the description below that will take you directly through to the West Ham section of their website, where you can purchase retro kits from the 60s all the way through to the early 2000s, including the 1976 home shirt that inspired this season's home kit, the 1980 FA Cup final Trevor Brooking shirt that inspired this away shirt that I'm wearing. There's also the Boys of 86 home and away in there. There's the Paolo Di Canio 1990-2000 home and away shirts in there as well, along with some very nice Bobby Moore gear, including the commemorative game for him, and also Admiral and Umbro West Ham colour inspired track jackets, polo shirts, sweatshirts and t-shirts, so go check those out. Any purchases that you guys make through the link in the description below will go directly, the commission the channel would normally get, I should say, will go directly to the NHS, so thank you very much for any purchases that you may be making. Now, as always guys, let's talk about the opposition. Spurs drew 1-1 with Man United after a 50-50 challenge from Kieran Dyer. I keep saying Kieran Dyer. Eric Dyer. Eric Dyer that caused Pogba to dive, and therefore it was 1-1. I agree with Mourinho that the penalty shouldn't have been given, because at the end of the day, guys, as I said, it's a 50-50 at best. It's bad from both sides, but I can understand why it was given. I just don't agree with it. Now, in terms of suspensions and injuries, Dele Alli returns after a one-game suspension for basically being a dick on social media, taking the mick out of the lockdown. So he's back for this game. Maybe he did it on purpose. I don't know. I mean, the guy is a very, very talented footballer. We all know that. We all know how talented the guy is, but he's a dick nonetheless. Now, PremierInjuries.com, as of the time of this recording, shows that Lucas Moura is still out with a knock, but may be fit for a return to this fixture. We'll wait and see. Foyth is out with the cartilage tear. Parrott is still an unconfirmed injury, and Tanganga is also out with a stress fracture of his back, from what I'm reading. But all these players have no return dates as yet. So yes, as I say, guys. Now turning to West Ham, we were obviously beaten yesterday or Saturday, depending when you're watching this, by yesterday afternoon or Saturday afternoon, I should say, by a very underperforming Wolves, but we were still beaten 2-0. Now let's face it, guys, we didn't get out of first gear, and Wolves hardly got out of second gear, hardly got into second gear for that matter. But it wasn't the best of performances. I thought Rice did well. I thought Noble worked very hard, was a little bit ineffectual in places, but worked very hard. As did Anderson. Antonio worked really hard. Souček worked very hard as well. A lot of players out there were working very hard, but one player that really has to step up for me is Felipe Anderson. You know, we were all saying that maybe without having the pressure of the fans at the stadium, he's gonna play any better, but he's not. He really isn't. He played awful against Wolves, absolutely terrible. Talk about a passenger. Really didn't look bothered, but it's the first game of a restart of the season, so the first game of a mini season. I'm not that much as angry as I was yesterday, but at the same point, when I was talking to Luke and Paul on the Three Hammers podcast the other day, I did say that we'd lose either 2 or 3-0. So as I say, from that side of things, I'm not very disappointed, but I am very disappointed with the group as a whole. We don't seem to be a team. We seem to be 2 or 3 groups of individuals working together, and it's a real shame. It really, really is. But in terms of the way the goals have been conceded, both could have been easily locked out. Diop needs to take full responsibility for the first one. You know, basically just watched the ball go completely over his head, and by the time he realised that Neto was behind him, which by the way, who was a substitute as well for that matter, came on in the second half and scored both goals. Unbelievable. Good header from Neto, to be fair. You know, looking at it from the other side. Good header, but Shouldn't have happened. Should not have happened at all. And likewise with the second goal, Yarmolenko and Fredericks should have taken more responsibility for that. Neto, as I said to Nicky on the fan cam, literally running off screen, and you could see he had so much space. How many times, guys, over the last couple of seasons have I said our spacing and our marking needs massive, massive improvement? And yesterday was a prime example of that. It really, really was. It does my head in that a player of that quality can score 2 goals from pretty much exactly the same circumstances. All right, the build-ups were slightly different, but unbelievable. What a strike for the second goal. What a second goal from Neto. Very, very good. But could have been avoided. Both goals could have been avoided. But to say that we deserve the point would be completely unfair. But it would have been nice. Football sometimes grants you some little wishes here and there, and it didn't happen. It really didn't happen. Now, according to PremierInjuries.com, Ogbonna should be back for this game. But again, we'll wait and see. Snodgrass, Allaire, Zabaleta and Masuaku are all carrying minor knocks and are currently being assessed as from what I'm reading as of the time of this recording. So it's not looking good. I'm hoping Ogbonna's going to be back. I really hope Ogbonna's going to be back. I really hope Allaire's going to be okay for this. Snodgrass we could do with Masuaku and Zabaleta, no disrespect to them. But we don't need those guys in the squad. We really don't. I love Zabaleta, but we really, really don't need him. We've got Ngakia there still, which was a surprise, obviously, seeing him play yesterday. But not that much of a surprise, bearing in mind that he played for the pre-season friendlies as well, the mini pre-season friendlies as well, for that matter. So, it is what it is. Now, last time we played Spurs, we were beaten 3-2 at the London Stadium, just a few days after, about a week after, with that historic victory at Stamford Bridge. So it was a bit of a winding, shall we say, losing in the manner that we did. It was a good performance. We worked hard. I think we're really going to need to work hard against Spurs, a lot harder than we worked on Saturday. That's for damn sure as mustard. Now, as always, guys, let's turn our attentions over to the team sheet, and again, the new animation. Fabianski in goal, with a back four of Ngakia, Ogbonna, Rice and Creswell, holding midfielders of Souček and Noble, Antonio on the left, Bowen on the right, Fornals as the attacking midfielder sitting behind Allaire. Now, I know you guys are probably thinking, well, it's going to be Diop and Rice in the back four, and probably quite rightly so, but I just want Ogbonna in there. Keep Rice in the defence. I know it's gonna really, really hurt the midfield, and quite rightly so. But I'd rather we trying to aim to keep a clean sheet, especially against Spurs. But as I say, at the same point, Rice can pull out, support the holding midfielders as needed. Bowen, Fornals and Antonio together in the midfield with Allaire up front is what we're going to need. We're going to need something really, really strong in the midfield as well. So, but let me know your thoughts, guys. Give me your predictions of the score. I'm not doing it because I don't want to curse this London derby, the first of two, of course. Don't get me wrong, guys. Every single home and away game is going to have a watch along. So I hope you guys can join me in for those. And also, by all means, of course, please do join me for every evening at 6:30, where we chat to each other mostly about West Ham stuff, but it's a live interaction conversation where I talk to you, you talk to me, and I'm just basically making social media sociable again. But as always, guys, thank you very, very much for watching. If you like the video, then by all means, please do click the like button. Give me your squad predictions in the comment section as well. Please share this content with anybody that you feel may want to watch it, and more specifically, if you are new to this channel, and welcome, of course, and if you haven't already done so, then by all means, please do subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell so you get to know when new content is going up. So, guys, thank you very, very much for your time. The closer we get to 1600. Well, the quicker, I should say, we get to 1,600 subscribers, the quicker we can do a live gig. Well, I can do a live gig, I should say, for the NHS. It won't be monetized. Any super chats that are donations, I will be sending straight to the NHS. So thank you very much for your time, guys. Enjoy the rest of your weekend if you're watching this on Sunday, or the hope for the good start to the week for you guys. And I will see you very, very soon.